Yes, it was Michael Faraday who tried to visualize the electric field, and he developed this concept of electric field lines, okay, also called as electric lines of force. Okay, so he told that, okay, if you're thinking of a charge, and because of this charge you say that in the vicinity there is a something which exists, which applies a force on the surrounding or in the surrounding of this charge. Okay, so what is present in between, we'll call this as electric field. Okay, so electric field he imagined to be like lines of forces which was spreading out from this positive charge, and to represent it pictorially he used arrows. He used to depict them by arrows. Okay, these are also called as electric lines of force or ELOF. So whenever you see written ELOF, it means that electric lines of force or electric field, simple. Okay, all right, no confusion with this. Now think about it. Let's begin our discussion from the beginning only. Like if I talk about a point charge, and if I tell you at a distance of r, what will be the value of the electric field? You have a go-to formula, that is E is equal to kq by r square. And if it is a positive charge, then definitely electric field is going to be away from this positive charge. And if it is a negative charge, certainly the electric field is towards the negative charge. We know that. But as you go away from this positive charge, as you start moving away from the positive charge, the intensity of the electric field goes on decreasing. What Faraday visualized, what he thought is, okay, let's draw lines like that, all right, where these arrows or the direction of these arrows shows you the direction of the electric field, and the length of these arrows actually tells you the magnitude. So as you can see, the length of these arrows go on shrinking or goes on decreasing as you go ahead, right? So as you move away from this positive charge, you can see that the length of the arrows becomes smaller and smaller, which is depicting just the decrease in the magnitude. Okay, so he thought that, okay, these lines can be visualized in all directions. You can think of these lines in all directions, no problem like this, and you can represent it like this. Okay, but it's like drawing a lot of arrows, right? So later on, as we developed the concept, as we understood the importance of this pictorial representation, we moved on to a much simplified representation of it, and we told that we'll imagine electric field lines to be originating from positive charge and terminating at negative charge. So we will imagine it like this. We will not draw multiple lines. We will draw one line, continuous line, and we will say that these electric field lines are originating from the positive charge, are coming out from the positive charge. This is how the imagination of the field lines is going to be for us. This is how the visualization of the field lines are going to be for us. And again, there is one very important aspect of this, that this is a totally imaginary concept. All right, it's not like if you are seeing a charge, there are lines, actually physical lines coming out of it. It doesn't happen that way. All right, it is just to get the visualization right. It's just to understand that how stuff works. Okay, so this is how we are imagining it. Just like if you talk about two magnets, okay, north pole, you bring them together, you see that they're repelling each other, and we all have played with magnets since our childhood, isn't it? Next point is that it originates from a positive charge, it terminates at the negative charge. But if they're in the vicinity, if they are close to each other, then what happens? It originates from the positive and then it sinks in. It goes into where? Into the negative charge. So this is what you have to think of. All right. So if they are close by, okay, then it originates from the positive charge and then it sinks in the negative charge. That is, it terminates in the negative charge. Fine. Okay. Next is that it can also terminate at infinity. If you think about an isolated charge, okay, isolated positive charge. So all the electric field lines are coming out from this, right? Where do they terminate? If there is no charge in the vicinity, if there is no negative charge, where do they terminate? They will terminate at infinity. That's what you have to think. All right. Okay. But if there is a negative charge in the vicinity, then you can say that yes, they will originate and they will terminate. Originate from the positive charge, they will terminate in the negative charge. No problem. And if the charges are of equal magnitude, then definitely all the lines that are coming out from the positive charge, they all will terminate in the negative charge if they're in equal magnitude. What happens if they're in unequal magnitude? All that, the story goes on. Okay. So now we are just saying that we have to understand that if they are in the vicinity, this is how the electric field line look like. This is all about the visualization. This is all about thinking and understanding that how the pictorial representation of electric field lines is. Okay. Now the next point, and a very important one. The point is that the tangent at any point on the electric lines of force gives the direction of the electric field. Now understand. If you draw a tangent, and you have drawn these electric field lines beautifully, the tangent at any point gives you the net direction of the electric field at that point. Okay, don't trust me? Look over here. Suppose I take a point over here. What will be the net direction of the electric field according to this? Definitely I need to draw a tangent. So this is the tangent, right? So this is going to be the direction of net electric field. No problem. How can I say that? Let's talk about this positive charge, and let's say the direction of the electric field obviously is going to be in this direction because of the positive charge. It's definitely going to be away from the charge, and it's going to be in this direction, right? Away from the charge at this point along the line joining the two points, right? And in this direction, correct? Okay. Something like this, no problem. Now let's think about the negative charge. Because of the negative charge, it's going to be towards the charge and along the line joining these 2 points, which is along this line, see? Which means this is the direction of electric field. So this is electric field because of minus, this is electric field because of plus, right? Okay, where does the net come from? Yes, the tangent gives you the net direction of the electric field. Did you get it? All right. So the tangent drawn at a point on the electric field lines will give you the direction of electric field at that particular point. And direction of electric field due to what? Direction of the net electric field is what is given to you. All right. So remember this. It gives you, the tangent gives you the net direction of the electric field, not the direction of the electric field because of any of these charges. It gives you the direction of the net electric field. So this is something that you need to remember.